Hey guys, what's going on? 845 Sports Cards coming back at you from New York's Hudson Valley. Once again, on the 1st of August, we've got another edition of the Find the Nolan Chase. And again, like every month, we rip into a box, sealed box of 1991 Upper Deck, looking for the autographed Nolan Ryan card. And in the event we do not find the Nolan Ryan autograph, I try to show you another nice Nolan card from my personal collection. Maybe tell some stories. Here is a 1989 Topps traded Nolan Ryan. You see him here, picture for the first time in a Rangers jersey. Nolan Ryan was traded from, actually he wasn't traded. He didn't sign with the Astros due to a contract dispute. Ended up signing with the Texas Rangers. He was 42 years old when he signed with the Rangers. Here he is depicted in the Topps traded card. You can see a stat line there. He was the first $1 million contract. They couldn't put it together at age 42, so he just decided to go play for the Texas Rangers. He was happy there. He went on to pitch 2 more no-hitters. He went on to record his 5,000th strikeout and ended his career as a Ranger. There's his Topps traded, Gem Mint 10. This card is not in the PSA set registry for Topps Nolan Ryan base run. Don't know why, but I felt it was important to pick it up to complete the base run. Still missing one card from a base run, and when I complete it, I will show it to all of you guys. But for now, it's August 1st. We got a sealed box of 91 Upper Deck. We're looking for pretty much two cards. Anything else is gravy, but we're looking for the autograph Nolan Ryan. The checklist should be autographed. These are glued together. The checklist, on-card auto, hand number to 2,500. And we're looking for the Michael Jordan short print. That's Jordan taking batting practice in an exhibition. I picked up these boxes for right around 30 bucks a piece. So either one of those cards would easily pay for the box. But we're looking to hit it big. The Jordan by itself pays for the box. So that'd be nice to see. Greg Jeffries, Dennis Rasmussen. And we'll see how many different holograms. There's a Braves. Holograms appear to be regional. So I expect to see maybe 4 of them, 5 of them. This entire box, you don't get a full spread for some reason. The Nolan Ryan card and the Jordan card are also on that face card. So we'll go from this way, and we're not going to flip around all the cards. Rafi Palmeiro, will he ever get into the Hall of Fame? Statistically, it's hard to deny. But, you know, steroids, that's going to be a bugaboo for years to come. Chipper Jones on the rookie. Nice one. Curt Schilling, another guy. Why is he not in the Hall of Fame? Because he said something that the writers don't like. Purely political on that one. This is not a political channel. But I think Curt Schilling should be in the Hall of Fame based on his on-the-field performance. His World Series performances. There it is. Offset on the back, but we'll take it if it's autographed. Munoz, Caminetti, Fitzgerald, Calderon, Sutcliffe, Hoffman, Royce Clayton, Tommy Glavine, Barry Bonds, another guy. 3 Braves. 3 Braves in a row. Darren Fletcher, Chris Johnson, Tim Naring, Scott Fletcher. So that card right there, that is the Nolan Ryan checklist for the Heroes of Baseball. That is the card that gets autographed. Number 18, checklist. Heroes, 10 to 18. The complete set there is available in these packs. 36 packs. We might pull half of it due to doubles. Should be able to pull... Sorry, there's Hall of Famer. Should be able to pull the entire set. I've got multiple copies. National League. I got multiple copies of that complete set. But what we want is that checklist autograph. We're going to save it to the end. Because you guys are awesome. Hopefully this passes the time. Whenever you catch this, whether it's a Sunday. It is the summertime after all, so throw this on in the background while you're barbecuing. George Brett. While you're cutting the grass. While you're hiding from your wife. Whatever it is. Throw this on in the background. Believe you me, you'll know if I get the autograph. Dave Martinez, Scott Erickson, Joey Cora, Greg Briley, Chipper, nice one. Rafi, we need about Braves. What's that first one? Braves. Okay, we would need about 15 of those Chipper Jones to pay for this box because they're worth about $1.25 raw. Right before COVID started, I picked up a lot of PSA cards, PSA 10 cards of notable rookies from my youth, including that Chipper Jones. Didn't pay a lot then, and they're still not worth a lot now. That might be worth $90, $100. That's an Nolan Ryan insert. It's just the 6 no-hitter, which occurred after Ryan went to the Rangers, 43 years old, as did the 7th. Something we'll probably never see again. Yeah, we got Ricky. Love that card. Luis Aquino, Fred Lynn, Vince Coleman, Robin Yount, Rico Bronya, Doug Jones, Angels, Kurt Miller, Kurt Wilson, Will Thompson, Rico Bronya. What do you think? Think that's autographed? I mean, it's wildly off-centered. That makes no difference. If it's autographed, I'm still going to send it to PSA to be encapsulated, verified, and preserved. And then it's going to my PC forever. I'm never going to sell it. It's going to go to my son one day. The grade doesn't really matter to me. As long as it's an authentic card, it's an authentic auto. That's all I truly care about. And if I could pull it here, whoa, that'd be sick. Hope you guys are having a great summer. The Northeast, Hudson Valley, it's hot and humid. So we're inside in the air conditioning, trying not to melt. Gave it away. Mike Witt, Jay Bell, Jamie Navarro, All Can Boyd, Marquise Grissom, Matt Williams. Lots of Angels. So we got Angels, Braves, the National League. Todd Van Poppel, Low Pop, PSA, Paul Molitor. If Todd Van Poppel was a prospect in 2025, his rookie debut patch would be worth about $9 million. He was so highly touted. Long before social media existed. Everybody knew him. He was the next coming of Cy Young. I mean, he had everything. He had gas, he had a curve, changeup. I mean, he was going to set the world on fire. In 1990, the Athletics had a great team. Dale Murphy. Not in the Hall of Fame, actually. Should be, but one day. Probably. Bill Long. Yeah, the Athletics were fantastic. Reggie Sanders. Mookie Wilson. Mookie. Chris Hoyles. And Dutch Dalton. Part of that 93 Phillies team that won it all. '91 was the Twins. Kirby Puckett. Jack Morris pitching 11 innings. Candy Maldonado. Largely the reason Jack Morris got into the Hall of Fame was those postseason performances. 1990 was the Twins. 92, 93. Joe Carter's heroics. Toronto Blue Jays. 94 was the strike. That's a cool picture. Chili Davis. Pretty cool. It's like a Stadium Club picture. Pretty cool. Bo McDowell, Jacoby, Angels. 94 was a strike, and some could argue that it dealt baseball a blow. The fan base was not happy about it. As we get deep into the 2025 season, There's a lot of chitter-chatter about a lockout at the end of the 2026 season because of free agency, because of salary caps, deferred contracts. Some of the owners are not happy with the way things are going. So the owners are going to lock out the players. A couple rich guys are going to go, you know what? We don't like the way things are going. Nobody plays baseball. Nobody can watch baseball. It's a shame. I think they need about 10 or 15 of the owners to do it. So it's kind of weak. It's not even a majority. Or is it a majority? No, it's not a majority. Dave Winfield. A small vocal minority, small market teams, could argue that we have to shut it down to renegotiate the collective bargaining to make things more fair. Pete Harnish. And as a fan, we're going to suffer because we'll have nothing to watch. I'll have to turn to, I don't know, WNBA, soccer. There's a World Cup 2026. You can watch that, I guess. But Sammy Sosa. I think baseball is a pure game. It's a kid's game played by grown men. And kids growing up need to see guys like Pete Alonso, Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, good role models, playing a beautiful game. The kids learn teamwork, continuity. They learn that sticking with a skill will get them far. There's a Ricky. We love Ricky. And it pays off. And it sticks with you. Those lessons stay with you. I remember playing baseball as a kid. Victory number 1 with the Mets. And I remember when I was 13 years old and they had the strike, and I didn't really know what to think. The best of my father could explain it to me, it was corporate greed. Now, the players didn't want to get along with the collective bargaining. They wanted free agency money. They wanted the mobility to move around team to team. And again, I was 13. I don't remember all the details. But I do remember as a child sitting in Brooklyn, it didn't make sense to me. How come we couldn't see a 400 batting average season? How come we couldn't see the Expos go all the way? We were cheated. And I fear that in 2026, next season, that they might do it again. From the other side, though, the owners will lock out, players strike. Two different things. And if they do that, we're not going to have baseball to watch. We'll just double down our focus on better times. Years ago, things were easy, things were good, things were fun, and maybe we were naive. But when Bobby Thigpen had 57 saves, we thought that was amazing, and that was enough. Hopefully we can stay in simpler times, at least for the kids. As you've seen a rookie. I like it. Most of these boxes, we don't break even unless we hit the Jordan or Nolan Ryan auto. It's a losing proposition. Here's number 1 again. Losing proposition. But we get some content. We get to talk about baseball, Barry Bonds, like more. I get to talk about baseball. You choose to listen to me, I definitely appreciate it. Number 1, just saw that card last pack. Do you think there's going to be a lockout 2026? If you recall, if you're old enough to remember, Ozzie Canseco, strike in 94, hurt baseball. No doubt about it. A lot of unanswered questions. I'm not sure what was resolved. 95, we came back with a season, and Cal Ripken broke the all-time consecutive game streak played. Lou Gehrig, 21-31. That was a beautiful, touching moment at Camden Yards. And in a way, that brought back the innocence and simplicity to the game. And then 96, 96 was great. Home run chases. You can say it was steroids, but 96, 97. Brady Anderson, 50 home runs. Something was changing. Guys were getting big. Guys were getting strong. In 98, man, did Major League Baseball get a lot of attention. The home run chase in 98 between Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. And I clearly remember, if you were watching the Mets, play the Padres in New York. When Mark McGwire or Sammy Sosa would get up to plate in their respective games, they would cut away from the live game just to look at their at-bats. It was so cool. The nation was watching that home run chase. It was SportsCenter every day. They had SportsCenter back then? I think they did. Pretty sure they had SportsCenter back then. Yeah, they did. SportsCenter every day. I didn't have cable. That's what made it funny. But it would have been on SportsCenter every day. It was the cover of the paper. The sports pages. It was the talk of the schoolyard, the water coolers at work. Wade Boggs. Chicken Man. Danny Martinez. And after 98, people forgot about the 94 strike. I think baseball's going really good right now. There's obviously some stuff we don't like. That's the cover card. Some stuff we don't like. But I think there's the ability of the Detroit Tigers to make the playoffs, and that's exciting. Frank Thomas. Nice one. Kansas City Royals could draft well and put together a nice team. That's the cover card. This is the autograph card. That's the cover card. So it's not only the large market teams that can do well. Now, obviously, you have the Athletics, have miserable ownership. That's a problem. You got to get rid of that guy. But that's not a reason for a lockout. That's a reason for the league forcing them to sell the team to an owner that cares. Will the Thrill. Kirby Puckett. Steve Searcy. Tom Bolton. A couple different issues, and I don't think a lockout is the answer. And they have plenty of time to figure it out. They can make deals in the back rooms. I'm sure the owners can call each other. And I don't want to see a lockout. Cecil, big Cecil. He hit his 51 home runs in 1990. I don't think that wasn't steroids. That was chocolate shakes, french fries. Big and strong. Dave Winfield. How big was Dave Winfield? Dave Winfield was 6'6", 239. Dave Winfield was drafted by 3 sports: football, basketball, and baseball. He was the Aaron Judge in the 70s and the 80s. Could have played anything. Chose baseball. And smashed his way into the Hall of Fame. We'd love to see it. Mike Scott. Story goes, there was an altercation between Dave Winfield and Nolan Ryan back in the day on the field. And Nolan Ryan didn't hold his own. He didn't act aggressively. Took the worst of the confrontation. And he vowed to never be timid on the mound again. So in 1994, when Robin Ventura made the mistake, 0-1, of charging him out with Nolan Ryan up there, Nolan Ryan stood his ground and was aggressive. Grabbed Robin Ventura in a headlock, like it was one of his steers out in his Texas ranch. And he pummeled a man half his age. Beat the stuffings out of him. The only thing that saved Robin Ventura was Pudge Rodriguez, Nolan Ryan's catcher. Pulled Robin Ventura away from Nolan Ryan to save him from any more punishment. Here's the cover card again. Robin Ventura was thrown out of the game for charging the mound. Nolan Ryan stood his ground, arguably won the fight, and got to stay in the game. And went the rest of the game without giving up a hit. Kurt Schilling. Things were different back then. And it was awesome. Brave. So far we got only 3 different holograms. It's a curious thing about these sets. As we encounter the last pack, we've only seen, so far we got Braves, Angels, and the National League logo. That's all it's been in this box. Why? I couldn't tell you. Billy Randolph, John Russell, Tim Nearing, Pendleton, Lou Whitaker, Campusano, Mike Greenwell, Harris, and Braves. So there we got. Those are all Braves holograms. All those. If you want them, hit me up. You can have them. Mail them out to you. Plain white envelope. Anyway, we're going to use we're not going to shake the camera. That's what we're not going to do. We're going to take the Baseball Heroes cover card, and we're going to sweat the autograph. So if we look at the back, this is the checklist card. Good hologram. 1991 Upper Deck, Find the Nolan. 1991 Find the Nolan. And we'll see if we got the auto. Once again, we did not get the auto. But thank you guys for watching. First of every month. We'll be back at it September 1st. School's about to start. September 1st. But we'll be back at it with another video. Thank you guys for watching the Find the Nolan series. We got the Braves. We got the National League. Got a shaky camera. With the Angels. So, random collation. It's out there. We're going to find it. Kind of glad this wasn't it because this one's wildly off-centered. But we're going to find this Nolan together. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And one day, we will find the Nolan. Take it easy.